So I'm Tom Korn, Senior Vice President of Security Products at VMware. So security is really at a crossroads right now. Security spend has been growing roughly double the rate of IT spend overall, and that's been true for several years now. You know, ironically, the only thing growing faster than security spend is security losses, which in the last couple of years has exceeded about $600 billion annually, which is roughly the size and scope of the illegal drug trade. So you really have to ask yourself the question, with so much investment in customers buying products, and the investors investing in new companies, in R&D budgets growing, there's something fundamentally and structurally wrong when all of these innovative solutions still are not making enough headway on this. And in our view is that at the core of this is actually not just a question of security products, but at an architectural issue that's inhibiting our ability to really have security make big strides forward. And a lot of that is about how security today has a big problem with misalignment. It's not aligned around the right thing, which is that ultimately it needs to be focused and aligned around applications and data that we're trying to protect, as opposed to the endpoints and network links in which we're installing these products. And therein lies huge opportunities. You know, VMware has a very unique position in the industry as the growth of the hypervisor and the virtualization layer has really become the foundation of cloud, of private and public cloud. We now have this relatively ubiquitous infrastructure component that is an abstraction layer sitting between what we're trying to protect, applications and data, and where we're trying to protect it from, network links and sort of endpoints and servers, etc. And it really is in essence sort of a translation layer between the two. And it puts us in a very unique position to understand the applications that are running and how they were set up, between the ability to use the infrastructure as a response mechanism to automate, and to really have a separate trust domain for security. And so we've been using this as we build out more and more capabilities of the virtual infrastructure to enable our customers to use the infrastructure to secure things, not just secure the virtual infrastructure, but use it to help align security around the applications you're trying to protect, to help create least privilege environments around that, and to be able to help align security products around applications, as opposed to just generically being on network links or on endpoints. And you know, that is proving to be an incredibly powerful and effective way to shrink the attack surface and to architect security in, which has really been something that's been lacking. Well, one of the most significant advances in security happened to really introduced a couple of years ago, this notion of microsegmentation. So when VMware introduced this notion of network virtualization and how it could be applied to security, we really introduced this concept of microsegmentation, and this notion of being able to carve out a logical boundary around an application or a regulatory scope as a means of creating a least privilege environment around at a network level, and also to be able to align particularly network controls around that boundary. And that has proven to be enormously valuable and helpful, and that market has just grown tremendously because it's really provided a simple way to make big strides forward. The next big thing will be something that we'll be announcing at VMworld coming up. You know, the only thing I say is it will be what sort of microsegmentation was for the network, starting to bring something for the compute stack and for the application itself. And it's one of the biggest and most exciting things we've done. It's something that's been in the works for several years, and folks who want to learn more will have to tune in at VMworld.